Um, Let me start right away. So normally, if you have a demand planning, demand forecasting process, it should look like this. So the process should start with a forecast baseline. So you basically have a software, or maybe it's just Excel, but you have a piece of software that's going to generate a forecast baseline for you. Starting from there, your demand planner are going to review that, enrich it, change a few things here and there. Then maybe the sales team is also going to look at it and do a few adjustments. And finally, you might have a consensus meeting who also gonna change the overall numbers. Okay, so basically we have a first step that generates an automated forecast. Maybe for some of you who are less mature in the process, that might just be a moving average in Excel, but you start from somewhere. Then you have different teams reviewing it, enriching it, and finally it should be used by a supply chain. So here as a joke on this slide, you see I said that the supply chain is thinking I need to disaggregate this from monthly forecast to weekly forecast. That's not the topic of the webinar today, but I think it's very important to keep in mind that when you have a demand planning process, it's extremely important that the forecast you generate has been done at the right granularity and horizon level that it can be used by a supply chain. I see many companies trying to make forecasts per month, per market, and then the supply chain people have to cut it down by week, by day, by warehouse. And basically, I think that most of the forecasts that are created are useless because they're going to be cut down later by supply chain. So there is kind of a mismatch between the demand planning process and how it's really used. That's not the subject for today, but it's still very important. What you can see on this slide is that people editing the forecast, some of them are kind of biased. So for example, here in my example, the sales team, actually what they really want is to secure inventory. So as they want to secure inventories, they're just going to they're going to increase the total level of the forecast. So they're going to increase numbers. So they kind of make it safer for them and they know they're going to have enough inventory. But by doing that, they don't make it into a better forecast, don't improve forecasting accuracy. That's an issue. So if you are a demand planning manager and SNOP leader, you want to pay attention to two things. First, it's the concept of efficacy. You basically want to ensure that anyone touching the forecast is gonna overall make it more accurate. You basically want people to improve the quality of your forecast. The other thing you want to do is to ensure that people don't overwork. People don't spend days or weeks reviewing a forecast to add little extra accuracy. So you need to balance the fact that people need to add value to your forecast, and at the same time, people should not overdo it and should not spend too much time on it.